A very good evening to you and welcome to our Tampines Hub as we get ready to watch Orion Star go up against Wondersticks. This is going to be a very interesting battle as we have the two lads, of course, right there with the face-off. And starting off the proceedings for today, we do have Kumar. Well, we'll always call him Kumaresa Pasupati, but I just prefer calling them Kumar and Vig. Well, those are the two lads, the two Pasupati boys. But it's going to be interesting because they are defending champions. And let me remind you once again, of course, that this is the Singapore Floorball League. And it's brought to you by the Floorball Association. Keep in mind the fact that the Singapore Floorball Premier League is, well, in its new season. We will, of course, head into the knockout stages in just about 2 months from now. But for the time being, it's back to the action, back again here as we get through what we call still, well, the group stages where the lads go up against each other. Very early warnings coming in from the Wondersticks. And I'm so used to seeing, well, the Wondersticks in black normally. But, well, Orion do have their regular colors on, just to differentiate them for you. The red numbers, the white jerseys with the black trimmings. You know, well, that's the Wondersticks for you. And in full black, it is Orion Star. Our referees for today are Ike and, of course, Sharil, who's right there on the court, a former floorball himself. Still does get to wield the stick every now and then. Oh, very good opportunity, just shot down there. Absolutely wonderful. Really using the pace factor in to push through, but unable to find the back of the net, and that's Caden Khan. Well, he always has, I've actually seen him develop, you know, in the last few years. Still remember when he was well, plying his trade for the national school games. One of those dedicated talents. He's pretty much stuck around. Bit of a skirmish there now behind the Orion Star, well, goal. And it's the captain who was trying to lead it through. It's Romy Shafiq. Definitely a good chance here to get it in, and that pressure will pay off. Well, all it needed was just a little bit of a push, and I knew that the Wondersticks, of course, were looking to break ground. Absolutely well done there, finding that spot, a little bit of a gap there, and I think that inability to clear would have done the trick. So it is Isayan who puts his team a goal ahead, and it's now, well, the Wondersticks 1, Orion Star 0. Absolutely wonderful breakdown there. You've got to look for those opportunities, create them as and when you can. And I do believe that, well, one of the key factors in an encounter like this is just being able to ply your trade. More of a push coming in from, well, the Wondersticks. I think Orion Star just taking their time to settle down. That's Isayan. Well, the lad with breakthrough in today's encounter. Well, don't forget the Wondersticks are playing against, as I said, the defending champions, and they are the team to beat. You will, of course, see, well, both these teams in the latter stages of the league. There's no doubt about it this year. Well, straight off the boards. So manages to hold on to possession fairly well there. Marcus. Watching Marcus Nordstorm over the last few weeks as well. Another exciting player to watch in action. And here we have, well, the lads coming. I do remember, well, last year it was Mohammed Harris who was captaining the side in the final game, if I'm not mistaken. Back on here. It was one of the Pasupati brothers who was just biding a bit of time out over injury. You know, both siblings are back in the running. So are Surya and Satish. And Star do have a good mix here of siblings playing in. Straight off here to Virasak Pimpa. Out to his teammate. That's a quick bit of work being done there to turn the ball away by Jared Khan. do believe that is so important. Just running you through our lads, of course, who are playing for the Wondersticks on that scroll at the bottom. So it gives you a very good idea of how well they've been performing and who exactly is on the court as of now. We are running through our, well, mandatory 3 periods as always, so it's going to be interesting to watch, well, how these lads do come to the party. It's just about under 5 minutes still in this game, so expect a lot from it. I think I just got a handle on it. It was Kumar who was actually injured last year in the final. He was just assisting with the coaching. He did not play in those games, but he was there on the sidelines for his team. And well, he's back in. Had a good bit of rehab going on, so nothing to worry about as far as he's concerned. Going to be, well, a good bit of order kept there by a good man Cheryl. The stock of our referees being unsung heroes here. And, you know, they do turn up. That's the great part of it. You know, every weekend when the club encounters unfold, and they're there. It's not just with the big encounters. Good pass back there from Josh Rusio. Who's getting in? It's Valerio on. It's Zayan. Back to Ilario. It's a bit of a helping hand, I would believe. There's Marcus stepping in for him. It's back to his. Straight past Joshua Xiao. Ilario was looking for Marcus Nonstorm. I think well, the Wondersticks will get the benefit of this goal. Having said that, I do believe the lads in black will be very eager on finding the target. Just to run you through our coaches, well, it's Yasni who's still, well, the coach of Orion Star. Absolutely wonderful lad. I've had some great moments with him. And of course, it's Saravanan who's the coach of Wondersticks. Both coaches have done an absolutely fantastic job. They really have, you know, brought a lot in terms of what they contribute to the development of the game for their respective clubs in charge of. Oh, that would have been such a sweet touch. Absolutely fine connect there. But Siraj, well, unable to find the back of the net, and excellent work being done there by the Wondersticks. Well, custodian for the time being. Lovely play there, touch and go. Siraj Ramadan himself, a real opportunist when it comes to being able to, well, find the target. Good work here from Virasak Pimpa. I've seen him as well through the last few months. Delighted by his performances. A very sneaky pass there, but had it covered really well. Charathan, well, will deny the opposition from finding the target back again. Straight back here to Kumar. Bit of work being done here by Orion on the Danish. Looking for a helping hand from Mohamed Fatah. We did see Fatah in action last year. He was pretty much at the peak of his powers, did it absolutely well. And it's one of the wonderful things that you will see in only this sport and nothing else, where you do have well, the athletes themselves who will actually help rectify the borders of the court. Doesn't happen in any other sport. Take it from me. It's all a part of the game, so Here we are back down to, well, Orion Star really looking to make a few inroads in. Quick pass back there from Kumar, and now right on top of it. You might see a bit of action down the right flank. Speedy run from Hanif. Charles has to get out of the way. It's Jan Hong who's also on. Absolutely fast with his movement as always. So very interesting. Just to give you a quick heads up, and in case you've been following the league, and just in case you're new to the league, well, a lot of the lads that are in Orion Star currently are in the national team, and it's kind of wonderful to see that, because it's an amazing thing when you actually take that comparison in, and looks to be, well, another one through. So finally a breakthrough year for Orion Star. Took a bit of time, and I think that this is what is really, well, required. Just to give you a look at what transpired there. Oh, that's an absolutely beautiful wraparound. Just managed to get it in there, find the gap, and it looks like it's good work done here by Danish Isaac. So it's 1-1, and Orion Star are back on level terms, and that's what you really require in an encounter like this. As Vignesa, of course, gets ready to face off with his opponent all over again. His opponent, of course, being Xavier Chua. Another wonderful lad to watch in action. Well, two hands will always work better than one when it comes to the boards. Or maybe four. So halfway through that first period, and we already have 2 goals in there. It was just a matter of time before the lads in black decided to come and make a call. And it certainly is, well, a wonderful one that was done. Danish Isaac, very, very nice. Nicely done. Absolutely sneaky. Precision there with his move. Well, that's just living life dangerously, and could have knocked that through. Well, this is exactly what, well, just a slip. You get it into the opponent's possession, and that just allows you to, well, open up the floodgates and let your guard down. I think, well, Vig just unable to, well, move that earlier. Just slip past him. And that's what you get when you're looking at 2 quality teams going up against each other. It's always going to be the problem. The slightest slip up and they'll pounce on that mistake. And there we go, another one through. We're just looking to make amends here. Was Vig with that effort. Just need a bit of a helping hand, I would believe. Just a teammate around there to guide the ball home. Ilario Ong now for the Wondersticks. It's Marcus back in it. Marcus finding well, his way through. Getting to Joshua Xiao. You got, well, Arshad, another one of the lads that has delighted us in the top circuit of late. Here goes Siraj. Straight off the backboards, able to find the target. Bit of a push. The rest possession once again. Ilario on top of it. Keep it away from Siraj. There's Arshad. Gets it to Iz. Oh, what an opportunity. You would have thought that just did lie there for a tad bit, and Joshua was the closest to it. Orion Star will do manage to get away with this one. It's straight off now from Kumar back again. Kumar deciding which way it's going to go. Get Hanif in. Hanif decides it's best with Janong. And this is really the interesting part. You've got a couple of lads in there, with Orion Star, who are great opportunists, very persevering players. You've got, well, Chanahong, you've got Fatah. Absolutely fantastic to watch these lads, especially when they have intent on their minds, and that's what I meant. That's pulled away here by the Wondersticks. Chance for a counter-attack, you would believe. Well, of course, Mohamed Mikhail, another wonderful talent to watch. Current or the defending champions, as you'd call them, Orion Star still very much well on par, with their opponents, and I would say the same for the Wondersticks. But at the end of the day, at the end of 3 periods, we will find out, of course, who will just reign superior. Having said that, keep in mind the fact that we also have, well, one more huge game that will be happening, well, next weekend, and we'd love you to be a part of that. In fact, if you're in and around the area, I've always said this before, just drop in. It's amazing, because when you get to the knockout stages, getting a toe in will be fairly difficult, but right now it's nothing better than watching, well, live action unfold right before your eyes. All the way here by Genmark. Let's receive it from Mohamed Danish. It's a good pass back here from Irfan. I think just for a while the Wondersticks can rest easy knowing that the ball's safe. Oh, there's a chance to push that through. And this is exactly what we've been looking at. Fantastic assist there from Caden Than, and then a lovely push from Aiden Irfan. But for all said and done, it was, well, Jared who pretty much had it covered. Siraj back again. Finds the gap there, but it's closed down by Satish. Just having a quick word with referee Ike. Luke just receiving it back. Let's see. Well, the brother, well, that is Satish there. Surya just pulled down the middle. Did grace the national team for some period of time, the brothers. And, well, the Pasupati siblings are still in, but Satish and Surya well, decided well, to opt out, probably due to work commitments more than anything else. And that runs through as well, least expected. Well, a bit unfortunate, you would believe, but all said and done, well, the Wondersticks do have, well, one more feather in their cap. And that's absolutely beautifully struck, you would believe. So 2-1. Wasn't expecting 3 goals, but with teams that play at this pace, well, that does happen. And very, very interesting to watch, well, that breakdown. Lovely assist as well. So Orion Star still, well, a goal behind, but knowing them, they'll be very keen on finding the equalizer. Face off. So Romy Shafiq, and it was Joshua Xiao to find well, the target. So you've got 2 goals in there. Remember, it was Iz who started for the scoring. Just under 4 minutes left. Let's remind you once again that we are coming at you live from our Tampines hub. This is the Singapore Floorball Premier League 25-26, and the reason why, of course, we well, do label it like that is for well, it pretty much extends into well, the next season sometimes. But this time, of course, remember the finale should be around October, if I'm not mistaken, September, October. We will have a handle of the dates later on, but for now, it still is this exciting encounter. Started off well, extremely pacey. Here's Genmark. I do believe it could get even pacier than this. And I think that's been a bit of a worry here for the lads in black. They have lost possession a few times. Would like to keep a handle on that. Here's Xavier Chua. It's Caden chasing it around. Oh, Denmark fails to hold on. And that's just living life dangerously, you would believe. It's been a productive time, I would say, for the Wondersticks in this first period so far. Was just talking about how, you know, when you do play for the same club and you spend a bit of time, a day in and day out, alongside each other, and then you have to grace the national team soon after that, and it makes such a big difference because you're always in sync. There's always going to be a good amount of coordination and understanding, and that, of course, will be Arshad kept away. Jared does well to just stand in his path. Well, that came out fairly quick from Arshad, though. Raj is trying to push that through. Satish right behind it. Surya now, and it certainly looked like Ilario will lost the stick, only to find it back again. What a straight off here to Virasak Pimpa. Romy finding Virasak back again. Well, now stepping in, Norman Mikhail. He's got the ability to score, and that's picked up by Jared Than. Safe hands there from the Orion star keeper. And I do believe that it is moments like this where you really have, you know, the lads bring out their best talents when they're up against fine competition. If it's a one-sided affair, you wouldn't see half the skill sets really being pulled out of the bag. Yes, chance here for Fatah. Decides to just create an opportunity for Mohammad Danish. Mara will chase it down, only to restore it. Straight past the away post, no worries at all, and that's picked up back again by Romy Shafiq. There's Fatah. Off to Kumar. Kumar just finding a way through. Could have been a sweet connect there. Wasn't entirely in control of that, Mohammad Danish. And it looks like we've pretty much come to the end of the first period. It's been a good one. Orion Star 1, Wondersticks 2. Well, the score at the end of the first period, and I do believe Welcome back to our Tampines Hub, and it is going to be the second period here as Orion Star and Wondersticks resume their battle. Just to refresh things for you, Orion Star at 1, Wondersticks at 2. It's been a very interesting, first period for us. We had everything in there. We had pace, we had technique, we had skill, we didn't have drama, and we aren't complaining about that. But right now, of course, it's straight back down to a man who can be fairly dangerous. Here's Tanish Isaac. When I talk of drama, of course, that you're definitely going to see that probably when you get to the finals. Or especially when you see, well, national teams going up against each other, and it can be, even more intense. But here it's all about the contest, and I'm absolutely loving it. So remember, there's a swap in sides. Taking that forward right now was Aiden Irfan. Well, just a bit of a scramble there in front of the Orion goal. Genmark. Just getting Surya in. It's interesting to see how these lads, of course, have gone about their business, and well, it's been a very healthy contest, and I think, well, it's nothing really to complain about. Here's Siraj. Surya back in. And Satish just trying to knock that through. Always an opportunity. I do believe that Orion Star will be keen on, just restoring parity as soon as they can. Because, well, that would be foremost on their minds at this point of time. Arshad, just can't believe why he's called back. And the referee just spotting in infringement in there. But once again, just to refresh your memory, our two coaches for today. For Orion Star, it is Siasni, often referred to as Mr. Floorball. An absolutely wonderful player, very stylistic, flamboyant, lovely lad, of course. And our coach of the Wondersticks, also very accomplished, Saravanan. Well, remember, the floorball community tends to be very, very closely knit, and the floorballers turn coaches, turn referees, and it's, well, once you get in, you pretty much are stuck in the sport. It's a bit difficult to find your way out, and that's the reason why you find, so many athletes who retire will just make a comeback, and it was Vignesh just taking that knock. Oh, that was Kumar, sorry. Vignesh taking the ball forward. And you see a lot of, former floorballers making a return, even if it's for some time, and back to competitive sport. And it is, just one of those sports fraternities that allows you that, with the right amount of training. Floorballers do maintain their, fitness over a period of time. Here's Tanish Isaac. Straight off to Genmark. Good pass to the right flank from Tanish Anik. Possession snatched away once again, and this is where it becomes just a tad bit dangerous. Mohamed Mikhail. Pushed back by Abdul Hafiz. Watch here, it's Romy. Well, always a chance to drive that through, you would believe. Quick work being done by Irfan Anik. It's been a bit of a, tougher, start in the second period. I think both, sides, or, both teams will be very aware of the fact that the other has the scoring ability. Here goes Surya, and that'll be picked up safely by the Wondersticks custodian. Straight off to Aloysius. Oh, just trying to drive that through. That was Aiden Irfan. Well, excellent work being done here too. And you do see the likes of this. Xavier Chua can strike from a distance. He's got the technique. And most importantly, the accuracy factor pretty much down tight. Here's Siraj. Picked up straight across. Just looking for Big. Bit of a battle there between Big and his opponent, and I do believe it doesn't really matter because if you know the possibility lads, they play pretty hard. Here's Orion. Receives it back from Marcus. Here's Sean. Here's Fatah. Here's Chanong. And that'll be kept away by the Wondersticks custodian. Absolutely marvelous effort there from Chanong, just trying to push that through. It's Rahmadian here, who is the goalkeeper, and there looks to be just an infringement there. A quick word from the referee. And I do believe that here's a chance for Orion Star to get back on level terms. A penalty opportunity is always an offering on a silver platter. And right there to put his best stick forward. Oh, the only stick that he's got in his arm, and that's Kumar. Time factor, of course, will come into play. Do remember. So that's just null and void there. I think a step too many from Kumar. Just making the difference. So pretty much, an opportunity missed, I would believe. But you've got this line, of course, that does have a good bit of pace and a good bit of bite in the attack. With Fatah, Big, Chanong. Well, as the game resumes, let's also quickly remind you the scores remain unchanged. It's still Orion Star 1, Wondersticks 2. Good flick there. So Fatah tries to push that through. Chanong with the assist earlier. There's Rumi trying to pull it away. Will go the way of the Wondersticks, so chance opportunity, you would believe. Here's Mikhail. And Mikhail back again. Pushing it through to Peter Pong. It's back to Romy. Kumar just able to get that ball away, but not for too long. Fatah flashes there. Virasak. And that's been kept away. So the Wondersticks goalkeeper pretty much on high alert here. So Rahmadiantia, doing fairly well. And we do have Virasak. I think it's taken a tad bit of a knock, so they're just going to check in on him. And our referee's just checking in to see that everything is well. But it should be, as things have been restored. But one of the unique things that you do have with most officials nowadays, and we sometimes fail to notice that, is the talkback system and the ability to actually reach the official who's not on the court at that point of time. And those officials, of course, especially when it comes to the VAR as well, with the video assisted referees, they have well, multiplies, if you ask me, because they get a lot more angles to view. And I think that that works really well. It's not like in the good old days where you had to really run back to the sidelines to speak to the fourth official or the third official. It's one of the joys of technology, isn't it? So just about 13 minutes left in the second period. It's still been, well, barren here with neither of well, the teams able to score. Bit of a hard nudge there coming from Danish Anik. The referee, of course, calling that in favor of the Wondersticks. Right here on the outside, it's Aiden Irfan. It's picked up rather quickly by Delvin. Up here to Genmark. Genmark finding the gap there. Looks like there might be an opportunity here in disguise. Siraj, lovely passing shot there, but stopped there by Ramadiansya. Well, one of the important bits is about being able to score on the move, isn't it? Always makes for some of the best well, shots, especially in a replay. Satish is having a bit of a battle there with Adel Aiden. Arshad restoring it to Adel Aiden. It's back to Arshad, back to Adel Aiden. It's got Siraj who's hovering around there, looking to get acquainted with, well, that Wondersticks goal. Yes, is. Chasing it down, back again. Is will pick it up. Here's Surya. Decides to go for gold. But we'll have to wait his opportunity here. Well, it's been a very fair game till now. We have, well, there's been a few, well, legally physical, well, clashes, and that's always done. It will always happen, especially in the lads' game. Spilled away by Dirpong. Romy. A bit of a frenetic pace in that first period. It's just kind of reduced a tad bit now. I'll just try to drive that through. Fatah will be kept away once again. And I do believe that it's going to take just a little bit more than a direct effort to get past the Wondersticks keeper. It's been fairly rock solid for most part after that well, goal was scored in that first period by Orion Star. Here to Xavier Chua. Genmark will just dropping the stick, but not for too long. Genmark will have to bide his time out, and he just about cuts the cake for us here today, because I don't think we've had any of the lads well tied it out outside. So Genmark will take the first privilege as he warms his time on the bench. It's all said and done. It's still just about 9 minutes left in this period. Remember, it's going to stretch into, well, our normal, 3 periods of play. Having said that, it's also a really good time for these lads to try and play out a decider, because as of now, it's still the Wondersticks who are on the driver's seat here. Well, the lads in black have done nothing wrong, but having said that, they still have to find their way through and into that Wondersticks goal. Well, we did have, a game on earlier as well, and that was, fairly intense. And just an open invitation in case you do want to come and catch the action live with us. You can do that next Saturday. Got a terrific game on then as well. Wasn't expecting that, but did try to push that through. Abdul Hafiz. Straight off here from Abdul Hafiz. Could be an opportunity in disguise. Pirapong gets behind it. So Abdul Hafiz back again, and that's Jean-Marc Serreta. Well, serving his time out. Gets to take a couple of deep breaths before he can get back onto the court. Quick opportunity here for the Wondersticks, who seem to have a plan in mind. It's the second time around that he's missed out on that connect, Abdul Hafiz. Sometimes the ball can just get by you, and that'll be picked up safely, and I think that that's what needs to be done. It's Mohammad Naeem. Naeem just picking it up quickly. You spot a loose ball, that's the first thing you want to do. Find the right player is Charles Alexander. Charles behind it once again. Big rest possession. Jian Hong looking to turn that around. Has a bit of obstruction there from the Wondersticks. Well, I would believe that there's always going to be a chance for an equalizer, even in that third period. But what does catch me by surprise is, well, we've had a very productive first period, and then the second one has just been really dry. And that's got both teams have defended well. Give credit to the goalkeepers as well. Here's Jean-Marc standing right in the park of that attack. Stores it back to Irfan Anik. Looking to find his way through, but it's back to the lads in white. I'll take it from here, says Naeem. On the outside, Danish Anik. There's Siraj. Ilario and Isayan just making it tough for him. Iswell pulling it away. Goes it off the boards. Ilario will have it covered for the time being. Just returning the favor there to Is. Just a bit of a conversation going on between these two lads for the Wondersticks. It's always going to be, well, strong defensive work and attack, and this time around Joshua Xiao, well, that's what he does, strike when the iron is hot, but fails to get it past the Orion star keeper, and I think that that's a good bit, because that's what you really want at this point of time. And referee Charles will just call it there as Satish takes the tumble. Here's Romy. Well, things just quieting down a little bit. I think the pace just dropping off a tad bit since, the first 20. And I think, well, having said that, there might be an entire change when we get to the third period. And that's one of the things about the lads when they do play hard. But sometimes sustaining it and might not make the most sense because, well, the game, can be fairly intense and the contest can be a bit draining physically. There's Fatah. Still trying to get that away. Well, hasn't been, his best day at the office today, but he's just been doing what needs to be well covered. He's been able to snatch possession a few times. Will guide his teammates through. Can be lethal with the strike himself. He was denied on a few occasions by the Wondersticks goalkeeper. To be fair, both of them. It won't find its way through, but Jan Hong will take his opportunity. And every single chance and every single shot will matter here. So here we go back again as it's Charles. Charles just getting a helping hand there from Mohamed Abdul. It's back to Charles. It's back to Mohamed Abdul. Charles Alexander. He's going to try and pick out his man that's away from, well, that back line. Still keeping it with Mohamed Abdul, but that's now pulled away. One of the good things of lads like Xavier Chua, they can turn, well, any offering that they have into an opportunity to attack. There's Charles. Quick forward. Well, was trying to drive that home, but Aiden Irfan will have to wait his time. Arshad. Get a chance to run into him just about 2 weeks back. He's a really nice lad. But most of probably all of them are. But having a conversation with him about one of the games that he played in. Wonderful young lad to talk to. Here goes Chanong, quick on the pace. Smart pass up ahead to his teammate. One underneath, and he's still with it. Marcus Nordstrom able to pull it away. Here's Iz that takes it forward. Not for too long. It's Arshad now who'll pull it away from Janong. Lario Ong almost intercepted there, and I think Kumar's got it covered for the time being. It's definitely a battle of sticks here in search of the ball. As we get into our last 40 seconds, well, I think it's a well-contested, period. It's been a bit tough for, both teams to try and find the back of the other's net, and I think that really goes to show how tight the contest can be. It was pretty much free-flowing in that first 20. It's been a bit cautious, I think, in this 20, and I think it's a good part. Where would the variety in the game be otherwise? So down to pretty much our last 10 seconds of play in this period. The teams will get a chance to rethink their strategy, try and battle what the other's plan is. Quick effort to drive that home, but couldn't find his way through, and that was Abdul Hafiz. And there we have it, the end of the second period. So it's Orion Star 1, Wondersticks 2, and there's still more action left, so don't go anywhere as this battle continues between these two teams in the Singapore Floorball Premier League. Welcome back to the third and final period as Orion Star and Wondersticks will try to outdo the other here. It's been a fairly good battle so far. Very productive 3 goals in that first 20 and then of course a barren second 20. And the Wondersticks are back to their original positions where they started. Well, that's with the swap in sides. It's going to be interesting to see because I do believe that the lads in black will want to, well, finish on par or probably with the victory. Having said that, the Wondersticks are still a goal ahead. A bit of a tangle there, if you ask me, between Xavier Chua and Mohamed Hanif. Here's Kumar. Receiving it back from Mohamed Hanif. Finding the gap there to Xavier Chua. Oh, that's been a bit of a knock on the move. And I think it's more with the motion, but he should be all right. And Mohamed Hanif will just get some time out. He was just trying to, well, assure referee Ike that it wasn't really intentional. It was more in the process of motion. Well, having said that, he will have to tie this time out. And it's going to be an opportunity here for, well, the Wondersticks to make the most of it with Orion Star a man short. Box play, of course, will be the order of the day for the time being. But I don't know if you've ever seen that and if you're a fan of the sport. Well, sometimes the best teams actually score when they're a man short. Not this time. Not this time. And it certainly looks like the Wondersticks have got something to talk about. Izzayan has been pretty much, well, at the peak of his powers today. Wonderful play. Did ask for it before he could slot that home. Absolutely bang on target. So it's 3-1 Wondersticks. And is, of course, netting a brace for himself. Well, wonderful play from him. Has, you know, really grown in leaps and bounds on the floorball court over a period of time. He's got the finesse of a really, really good professional player, and he does play well for the win. So, having said that, as teams face up again, just trying to figure out what Xavier Chua was trying to do. And that's the second one around, and this time it's Aiden Irfan. So 2 goals in just a matter of a minute odd. And Aiden Irfan puts in the 4th one here. Oh, that's wonderfully done. Absolutely marvelous play. And I think Orion Star just caught off their guard. Bang on target here. Aiden Irfan, 4-1. I wasn't expecting that. Well, sometimes, well, when teams do want to score, they can be really much at their peak. A return here from Surya, just trying to do a bit of damage control, but that's picked up by the opposition's keeper. There's Arshad. Pass back, and that's Zayan. Did absolutely well here in that first period, and then of course opened the scoring in the third period as well, before his teammate Aiden Irfan could come to the party. 5 goals for the count, and I think you know, the lads in black just pegged back here. Here's Kumar. It's off to Fatah. Well, also trying to figure out, you know, just a while back we had a couple of, you know, the foreign talent that was in town, and you know, the Wondersticks did have a bit of a boot camp. Would have, you know, had a good bit of time, you know, playing alongside some of the Swedish, you know, players, and I do wonder whether, you know, that does make a bit of a difference. And I don't know if you've ever realized it, but you get out of a training camp and you come and play like a pro before you can slide back into your normal style of play. But some players, of course, with the best, they do pick up the chops and kind of work hard at incorporating it into their game. And that's interesting, because when you're fresh off from an event like that, you definitely do come in with a different skill set. So I'm just saying, I could be wrong about that. Chen Hong just restoring the ball there to Romy. Well, I do believe that one of the key elements, in a good period of floorball, of course, does depend on coordination, taking the opponent by surprise. It's almost like in any other team sport. Having said that, well, Mikhail won't be able to, get it past. They'll keep a name. There's Mohamed Mikhail back again. To Abdullah Peace. While the boards are restored. Orion starts, just getting the benefit of that call as they restart the action. Would have been a fancy run, but Javier George is snatching possession away from Mohammad Ashraf. And Abdul right behind it. It's back to Xavier, who is just trying to create opportunities. He's been fairly good with that. Caden will chase that down and win possession. Down the centre by Xavier, and it's restored back to Orion's top. Well, getting it on it now. Here's Surya. It's back to Big. Needs a helping hand. No one like Satish around there, so that will help. Straight off to Siraj, who definitely had a strike in mind. Will have to wait his opportunity. Marcus, who starts the action, gets to Lario. And there's definitely a change, of course. I said this earlier. There's definitely a change in the Wondersticks team that I saw, a few weeks back, and the Wondersticks team that I'm looking at now. There's just a whole lot of more pace in their attack. There's a lot of bite in their attack, I've got to say. And took me a bit by surprise, but they're a great team. They're an absolutely wonderful team. And there we go, Arshad back again. Will be denied an opportunity by our keeper Naeem. There's Chanong. Receiver back there. Fata. Kumar almost had it covered. There used to be a point of time when, a couple of years back when the Pasupati lads were playing Kumar and Vig, it was just difficult to tell them apart, especially when they were on the court. I'm just going to be thankful for the fact that one's grown his hair and kept it that way. That, of course, would be Kumar, who's got the captain's armband on today. And that always serves well. So a lovely reverse pass back there. And just in case you wondered if there was any injury, there's none as much for Virasak Pimpa, who's back up and about. We have a collision early on. Here's Mohammad Hanif. Could be something well, in store if Orion Star have got a plan, and they've got to start making those inroads well right now, because time doesn't wait. Well, there's always a chance to turn the whole game around with a couple of shots. But here's Mikhail deciding to go for goal this time. It was Peter Pong. Timeout being called, and I think a much needed one, as the lads in black try to rework their strategy. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we take you through the action. It's been a bit of a tough call here for Orion Star, but all said and done, I do believe the best team will claim the spoils on this day. Another day, things could be different. So here we go, back again to the action on court, and here's Siraj. Just trying to push through. Might be something in here for Surya, who's been trying to create those opportunities time and again. But every time the lads in black surge forward, there's at least the entire pack of the lads in white who fall back. Wondering whether it was a defensive ploy put up there by Coach Saravanan, but he's got it worked out for certain. He's been very proactive today, got to hand it to him. Well, did hold on for quite a bit, got to tip my hat off to that, Delvin. Looking to assist there, Big. Well, just as we cruise through and we get into that last 11 minutes of play, let's very quickly remind you that this is the Singapore Premier League, the Floorball Premier League, and that is, of course, it comes under the umbrella of the Singapore Floorball Association that are responsible for it, so it's an absolutely intense and much needed contest. And bringing this action to your screens, whether it's small, mid or big screen, no matter how you're watching it, it is Leandro and his team. And today I've had the company and the joy of catching up with my good friend Yoshan, who's been watching the action with me. She's one of the stars of the national team I've seen in action. And today she just gets, to catch a breather. Having said that, did get into, the arena after catching a sprint, something that I haven't done in the last 20 years. But here we go. Effort here from Siraj as he tries to push that forward. So last 10 minutes of play, and Orion Star do have, I won't say a mountain to climb, but they've got a bit to achieve. 3 goals if they want to finish on par. And the Wondersticks haven't been really letting up. I think the fact that they've kept that intensity really going, it's been quite an eye-opener. And I think it's delightful. Every team has their day, and every team finds their ray of sunshine. And today, the Wondersticks have certainly been basking under it. And it's picked up. No worries here for the time being. I do believe that the Wondersticks keeper too has played a stellar role. Almost got out of position there was Naeem. Had a bit of a helping hand from his teammate, so really no reason to worry. Tap back. And I do believe Virasak trying to craft his way through. Good interception there by Surya. Had the intent to score. It's been a fine balance, I would say, for the lads in white today of well, defense and attack. And not taking any credit away from them, but just some of the lads of Orion are really not at their peak today, and it could be just a day off. You can't blame them. All of us have it, but they're trying to take that through, but I think that will be granted to well, the Wondersticks. Xavier Chua trying to drive that home. Wasn't on target, but it's an effort all the same. Mohammed Hanif. And pretty much Caden to deal with. Here's Kumar. Oh, Kumar finding that gap well to Fatah. Quick chase put up there by Mohammed Abdul. Kumar going to set that up. Chanong wanted to drive that through. So just a reminder again, we will be back with you next weekend as well. And that'll be interesting because we should be able to give you a heads up on what to expect from the knockout stages after we have that break in between, and when well, the finale or the final stages of this of the league will kick in. It's been an active period. Josh Xiao, element of surprise there. But Naeem well pretty much had it covered, so no worries for the time being. Still with 6.5 minutes left, 3 goals are left to well, just restore parity, I think. Well, the one thing that the Wondersticks have been able to do is keep that pressure on the back line of Orion. Surya, I believe, had a tad bit of an ambush there earlier. And he does get the benefit of that call. Here's Mohammed Hanif. Fatah unable to convert here, but does intercept it well. It's looking for Vig. An opportunity here to knock that in from, well, Delvin. Delvin's back with it. Vig will have it covered. I was just, well, you know, having a chat earlier about young Mohammed Fatah. Well, he's a dynamic player to watch on the court. Just today, not his best day at the office. Has been entirely in control. He's a dominating player normally. Struggled a tad bit. And I'm not going to take credit away from the opposition, because one of the things, well, that any good coach would do is really study your opposition's best players. And if you can counter their moves, well, it's in any sport, isn't it? It's not just in floorball. It extends to football and basketball and almost every sport possible. Except net sports. That's an entirely different ball game. Things can change. Could have been another, well, goal in waiting here. But Virasak will have to wait his turn. So just A little over 4 minutes still left in this encounter as Orion Star are still 3 goals behind the Wondersticks. Chanong. Charles Alexander chasing it down. It's back to Mohamed Hanif. Right behind it. Well, Kumar. Aiden Irfan. Charles Alexander decides that he wants a piece of the pie as well. Well, to not forget that one of the very interesting things that we've seen over the past couple of years has always been this effort from Sports Singapore. I'm saying it because just to look at the banners and to really inculcate or to actually kind of in more ways than one tease a healthier lifestyle and influence people with it. And I think that's a wonderful initiative, and they've done it through athletes and through lay people, of course, who are fitness fanatics. Arshad once again really looking to turn things around here. As I said this earlier, well, he's been in terrific form here today, and that's one of the key things that I'm looking at in this game. Whatever's happened and however the tide has turned for the Wondersticks, but they certainly are playing they played very, very hard in today's encounter. Here's Joshua Siao. Straight tap back there to Ilario Ong. Well, Fatah will chase it down, will win possession, but Arshad's back on it. It's off to Iz. Will be very keen on a hat-trick. Fatah. Always quick with his moves, especially with the 360 he can do. Well, pretty much I've watched him before games, practicing his skill sets away from the team as well. He was warming up. Did that in the final last year. The pass there to Vic. And Mikhail will get in on it. Well, Chanong almost pulling it away. Straight into the waiting arms of Naeem. I think that's safe hands from the Orion star keeper. As the lads in black restart the action. Danish. Shows that, of course. And that'll be through, and it'll stay in this time as Satish finds the target. Absolutely, well, wonderful pass there. Mohamed Harris, well, setting that up. Lovely finish there, I would believe. Lovely assist from Mohamed Harris and a very nice bit of execution there from Satish. So it's now 4-2. And Orion Star will reducing the deficit. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go, and they still need 2 goals. It will be interesting to see, well, how they perform. There's Xavier Chua and a big face-off. Yes, is Xavier Chua chasing it down. He's taken a few tumbles over the boards. That is another one through, and he's come to the party finally. So Janong, you know that he can, really do a good bit of work when it's most needed. He's done that for the national squad as well in the past, and here he is. So it's just a goal behind now. Oh, that's an absolutely beautiful tap-in. Wasn't expected, lovely technique there. So Janong, reducing it to just a goal away now. It's Orion Star 3, Wondersticks 4, and we do have, of course, a timeout that's called. So let's get back to business here as it's 1 minute and 51 seconds left, and Orion Star still a goal away. 2 wonderful goals being scored here earlier. One by, Satish straight down the line, and then that, absolutely a marvelous shot from Janong. We'll keep that one for the photo books. So here we are, Orion Star 3, Wondersticks 4, and there's still more left in this encounter. So it's going to be face-off time back again. So that was Pierpong, and Big, of course, getting into action. There's Mohammad Hanif. A bit of a whipper there from Mohammad Fatah. Big still battling for the ball. Hold on to it. Could have been an opportunity here for Mohammad Hanif, but that was well guarded by the Wondersticks custodian. Fatah behind it. We've had a few collisions for certain. Well, athletes will always be able to take a few knocks, but it really depends on how the fall does take place. Sometimes even the simplest looking. So it's going to be a problem, and finally Fatah just turns his day around here with a strike, and that's a much needed one. It's now 4-all, and we've got a game on here with just about 1 minute and 17 seconds left. Oh, this has turned into an absolutely marvelous contest. What a phenomenal strike there. Mohammad Fatah just struggling to find his feet in the day, and I think he's just about redeemed himself. Absolutely wonderful equalizer. So Orion Star 4, Wondersticks 4 in a matter of minutes. And this game has certainly turned around big time. What an event. And now we're down to the decider. Who would think that would have been possible with just about 1 minute and 17 seconds left? And to be fair, this is the kind of play you'd expect from a team like Orion Star. It's almost like there was a different team playing in that second period, early part of the third period as well. And all it requires is probably, those goals to get the party started. So 3 goals. And here's Arshad. Arshad needs to find his mate to pass it to. Well, is almost getting that. I think that's good defensive work put up there by Surya. So 30 seconds left. And the lads in black will really displaying why they are the defending champions and why they pulled off, well, that marvelous effort last year. Here's Ilaria Ong off to Arshad. Got Joshua Xiao in there as well. These lads can be very lethal in front of the opposition's goal. And Mohammad Hanif on collision course there with, looks like it was Arshad. Yes, it is. I think Mohammad Harris just trying to clear things there with the official. So play will resume, 14 seconds left. Scooped up in the air. Jan Hong will get behind it. Well, does have two lads on his tail. Not surprised about that. Here's Fatah. And that's pretty much the end of it. And I don't know if you believed it. If you didn't want to see a one-sided affair, then you were guaranteed of that. What an event here in the Singapore Floorball Premier League. It's been a wonderful game. First, of course, the Wondersticks at the end of the first period, taking a 2-1 scoreline into the break and a single goal lead. And then a barren second period. And then finally, a difference of 3 goals as the Wondersticks surged to a 3-goal lead with a score at 4-1. And Orion Star, well, 3 goals in succession, changing everything around. What a fantastic effort from Satish Janong and, of course, Mohammad Fatah. Absolutely fantastic game, and I do hope you've enjoyed this. Just showing you, well, a bit of the highlights and how this panned out. Is Zayan, of course, with that breakthrough. He was absolutely fantastic in today's event. Remember, he netted a brace. And then, of course, Aiden Irfan also, coming to the party, and he did extremely well. He's been one of those lads who's also on the rise very slowly. Very, very talented. Him and Morgan Mutai with number 9 and 7 for the Wondersticks. And then, of course, Orion really doing their level best to get back in on the level terms. They had to work pretty hard at it. A couple of chances missed here by Mohammad Fatah. And then Surya, well, coming in as well to make a bit of a difference. Siraj missing out on many opportunities. It was definitely one of those events, to watch out for. But there definitely seemed to be, well, a lot of action left in this. So, all said and done, well, things would turn around. Well, Satish and Surya missed out on many opportunities here today, but they did do their best to keep, well, themselves, close to, well, the opposition's goal. And fantastic effort also by Ramad. I think he did, well, most of what was needed here. So that Wondersticks with 4. Those 3 goals at the end for Orion Star was really the highlight of the game as they pulled back to finish on level terms. I do hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the Singapore Floorball League, Premier League 25-26. It's time for me to shut shop and ship out of here. Just to remind you once again, we did have Leandro and his team bringing you this entire, well, event to your screens. My name is Glenn Mascarenas. I'll be back next Saturday once again to join you. And many thanks to my good mate, Yoshan, for keeping me company today. And we'll catch you again next weekend. You stay well, stay glued, and keep following the Singapore Floorball Premier League 25-26. Goodbye for now.